Yeah, hi guys. Thanks for joining this session and welcome to TungaBadraNetworks once again and welcome to okay uh, Palo Alto demo session. So let me introduce myself. My name is Karthik Kumar Gaud and I have overall 7+ years of experience in this networking domain, including 4 years of experience in the tag as Palo Alto tag. Okay, and today we are mostly focusing on the Palo Alto firewall. Okay, so before going into the demo session, so do anyone have prior experience working on any of the firewalls or anything related to security? Anyone?
No, sir.
So here everyone is new to this security and firewalls. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I have experience in the FortiGate and Meraki firewalls.
Oh, FortiGate and Meraki. Okay, that's great. Yeah. So see here in this session, we are mostly focusing on Palo Alto, where we are going to discuss, okay, why we are going with Palo Alto and why not others, okay. And so see here, whenever you are, whenever you are working with any of the enterprises, okay, you can mostly see switches, routers, okay, and load balancers, okay. And next after that you can see mostly at the edge of your network, you can see in most enterprise network you can see the firewalls, okay. So why we need firewalls in enterprise levels, or okay, not only enterprise levels, even small branch office also needs a firewall, okay. So we want to know why we need firewalls, okay, in your network, and what is the purpose of main purpose of the firewalls in the network means, okay. So see here, firewalls are basically the security devices, network security devices, where it will be, okay, it will be a bridge between your private network and your internet, okay. So whatever you are seeing here, so this is your private network, okay. So this is your private network, and whatever you are seeing here, this is your internet, okay. So between your private network and public or internet, this firewall is the bridge, okay. So what firewall is doing here, what is the main purpose of firewall, okay. These firewalls can sit at edge of your network, and it will be inspecting, okay. It means it will control, it will see your traffic, okay, whatever going out and also whatever coming in, okay. All outbound and inbound traffic will be, okay, inspect by these firewalls, and what traffic needs to be allow and what traffic needs to be blocked can be all managed by the firewalls, okay. So see here, you can get a doubt, okay. I have a router and I have ACLs to configure, to block or to allow some, okay, uh, some traffic which is coming to the router, but the routers will do only, okay, can provide security up to a certain level. Beyond that, it cannot provide, okay. What is that certain level means? So if you see routers are L3 devices, right? So L3 devices, in sense, it can only provide security up to L3 or L4, right? So but after L4 you will be having application layer traffic, which is L7. Whenever you receive the L7 traffic on these firewalls, so sorry, on these routers, the routers cannot understand the layer 7 traffic, okay. So to avoid that situations, or to mitigate that situations, they have introduced the firewalls, okay. So they have introduced the firewalls, and that firewalls will be calling as a next generation firewalls, okay. So these next generation firewalls, or okay, Palo Alto, FortiGate, okay, these firewalls are the next generation firewalls, where it can, okay, monitor, it can control, it can inspect all your incoming and outgoing traffic, okay, not only based on L3, L4, it can inspect up to layer 7, okay. So these firewalls or next generation firewalls, okay, it can inspect up to layer 7, okay. That we can briefly discuss about in the next slides, but these are the main purpose of firewalls, okay. So this is the main purpose of the firewalls, where these firewalls will sit, or these firewalls are bridge between your private network and public network. It can monitor, okay, and it can control your incoming and outgoing traffic, okay. So how it is going to control your incoming outgoing traffic means we are going to create rules here, okay. In the firewalls we can create the rules, okay, that also we can call it as in policies or security policies or security rules. We are going to configure that, and we are going to define. So if traffic comes from this source, okay, and this traffic going to this particular destination, so you need to allow. Or if the traffic is coming from this particular source and going to this destination, you need to block. Or if this user trying to access Facebook, or trying to access Instagram, or trying to access Flipkart, or trying to access Twitter, you need to block the users to provide access to them. So that's all we are going to define in the policies or rules that we are going to create inside the firewalls. And based upon the rules, so these firewalls are going to block the traffic or allow the traffic. If you create a policy to allow, the firewall will allow. If you create a policy to block the traffic, it will be going to block. Either it is incoming traffic or outgoing traffic, okay. So incoming means which is coming from outside of network to inside, and outgoing means that is going out of your network, okay, from your internal network to external or public, okay. That's how the firewalls are, okay, used. And uh, and that's how the firewall functions, okay. And in these firewalls there may be a hardware firewall, there may be a software firewalls, okay. Based upon your requirement, you can use hardware firewalls or software firewalls, but firewalls will be having both hardware and software, okay. And both hardware and software will work in the same way, okay, when concerned about the security, because all the features will work run on the software versions, right? Whatever the OS that you have installing in the firewalls, that will be having an equal feature. So if it is a hardware or software, every firewall will be having an equal features based upon the software version. So that works on equally, either it is a hardware or software, okay. Here in the Palo Alto, the software version we will be calling as an pan OS, okay, Palo Alto Networks operating system, okay. So we'll be calling as an pan OS, where every firewalls having, okay, they every firewall having the pan OS software version, which will be calling as an pan OS version, okay. So this is about the firewalls, okay. And if you take some real-time scenarios, okay. So whenever you are going whenever you are making any transactions over the internet, okay, or if you are using any online applications, okay, and you are doing some shopping in the online applications, like Amazon or Flipkart, okay, you will be having applications, right? So you are doing shopping in the online, and whenever you are trying to make payments, okay, you are about to okay about to enter your card details, or if you are using any UPI, you are redirecting to the from Amazon to UPI, right? So whenever apart from UPI, whenever you are entering your transaction, okay, your card details, either it is a debit card or credit card. So whenever you are using those credentials first, so those credentials, okay, so will be going from your phone to the server, right? So whenever it is going from your mobile network to your that particular server, it is going via internet only, okay. It is going via internet. So it has to be whatever the credentials or whatever the card details that you are providing, card number, or the validity, the CVV number, or your name, all will be has to be go via over the internet. So in the internet there will be a multiple users. If they try to capture your information, your your money will be lost. You will lost in sense, they will make use of your details, and there may be chance of losing your money. So in that situation, what we have to do, we have to send the data in the form of encryption, okay. So if you don't have any firewalls in your first, your traffic needs to be reached the firewalls, and the firewall has to be encrypt your data. So then it will send the information over the internet with the encrypted format, so that no one in the internet will be able to see your information. Okay, so that's maybe, okay, that may be real time example that you can see in the daily life. Or in one more example, like you are using a WhatsApp. Okay, so whenever you are open WhatsApp, any of your friends chat, so on the top you can see this chat is end to end encrypted. Means whenever you are sending, okay, whenever you are typing the message on your mobile, your friend will be, okay, will see that, okay, whenever you click on send message, so your friend instantly see your message, right? So sending
Mm.
message, sorry, this guys, yeah. See here, whenever you are sending message from your WhatsApp, okay, it is an end-to-end encrypted. Means so you and your friend can see the message. Okay, apart from that, anyone in the internet will not be able to see your message, because that traffic is encrypted. Okay, behind that there is, okay, firewall concept, how to encrypt, and once it is received, how to decrypt. That is all about the firewall concepts that we can learn in this course. Okay, so these are the two, okay, main common real-time examples where you can see the, okay, in the daily life. Okay, so in this we will be having multiple firewall vendors. Okay, so we will be having uh, this, okay, Cisco ASA firewalls, okay, FortiGate firewall, Palo Alto firewalls, Barracuda firewalls, Sophos, checkpoints. All these are firewall vendors, and we'll also having a Juniper SRX, okay, and Sonic Wall, WatchGuard, okay, StoneSoft. All these are the firewall vendors. But why we are going only with the, okay, Palo Alto? Means so Palo Alto will be having a next generation firewall capabilities. Okay, as far as I know, the Palo Alto and okay, FortiGate will be having an next generation firewall capabilities, where it is going to provide security not only based upon L3 and L4 information, and it is also going to provide security till layer 7, which is an application layer. Okay, not only that, this next generation firewall has the capability to identify the threats. Okay, so using an advanced threat intelligence, they are going to identify the threats. Okay, what are the threats? Okay, what are the threats? Means, for suppose you are accessing Facebook on your laptop, okay, on your desktop or laptop, so it needs to be reach the Facebook server, right? So between, you will be having your firewall. Okay, so whenever you are trying to reach the Facebook, so your traffic receives on the firewall. The firewall has to be inspect your traffic, either if the Facebook application is allowed for this user or not. If it is allowed, it has to be reached the Facebook server. Okay, before sending the before sending this traffic to the server, what firewall will do means, not only it will allow the traffic, it will also inspect for the threats. Okay, so you are using, mostly you are using the web browsers, right? In the web browsers, mostly you can there will be some viruses or okay, injected, or any malwares are injected in the web browsers. Okay, so before sending that out to the Facebook servers, okay, or any of the server, so the firewall is going to inspect for the threats. Okay, of threats or malwares or viruses. Okay, or if any of the vulnerabilities. Okay, it is going to inspect all these things, and if anything is not identified, then only it will send the traffic code. The firewall will, the Palo Alto firewall will send the traffic code. If any of these threats are identified, the firewall will drop the packet or drop the traffic, then you will not get an access to the Facebook. Okay, so if you are not getting access to the Facebook, you can raise a ticket. So I am not able to access the Facebook. So the ticket will go to the attack engineer. The attack engineer will inspect the logs from the firewall, and he is going to identify whether it is blocked or whether it is allowed. If it is blocked, why it is blocked? Maybe if the policy is blocked, okay, we are created a policy to block the Facebook application. If the policy is fine, so there may be any of the threats are identified, so the firewall is dropping. So in the firewall, we will be having a logs, and we are verifying the logs that there may be any threats are identified, so that's the reason the firewall is blocking. So you have to verify your web browser safe from threats and malwares, so that you can get an access. Otherwise the firewall will always be blocking that. Okay, and that's the main reason for using an Palo Alto as a next generation firewall. Okay, and also using advanced threat intelligence, the firewall is going to drop your packet if any of the threats are identified. So before sending the traffic to the Facebook server, the firewall itself detecting these threats, and it is going to block access to you. Okay, so instead of sending instead of sending out and it will be blocking the traffic, so that these threats will not be injected in your network, so your network will be safe from these threats. Okay, and next one we will be having an centralized management device. Okay, so centralized, the Palo Alto is going to provide centralized management, where the Panorama is a device, is a device we are using for the centralized management. Okay, so why we are using this centralized management device means, so you have multiple if you are maintaining a company, you will be having a firewalls in multiple locations, right? You will be having a branch office in multiple locations. In each branch office you are maintaining the firewall. So in the in each branch, you want to, if you want to configure anything here, you want to log in this firewall, and you need to know what is the IP address of this firewall, and you have to know the user credentials of this firewall. Okay, if you want to log in this firewall, you have to know everything about this firewall, and the same thing you need to know about this firewall. Okay, but you can manage 3 firewalls at a time from a single location. Okay, so you are sitting in a Hyderabad, but these firewalls is located in different location. Let's either one in Bangalore, one is Chennai, and one is Mumbai. But you are in Hyderabad, and you will be having a centralized management device called Panorama. Okay, you will be having a Panorama. Okay, and you are connecting all these firewalls to the Panorama, so that you can, whatever the configuration that you want, or whatever the thing that you want to do in the firewalls, you can do it from here. Okay, so this Panorama is a centralized management device, where it is managing the every firewall in your, whatever the firewalls that you are, whatever the firewalls that your company belongs. Okay, so all these firewalls is connected to the Panorama device, which is also an hardware and also a software as well. Okay, this Panorama is also like firewall, so it will maintain, it will also in the in the form of hardware device and also software. Okay, and you can maintain this Panorama in your network where you are available, and you can, if you want to configure anything here, if you want to configure any policy here, you can configure, and you can push the configuration here. So this is just like something like server and client model. Okay, so I think you are well aware of VTP, right? Virtual trunking protocol, VLAN trunking protocol. Is that you are, you know, or you don't know about VLAN trunking protocol? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what VLAN trunking protocol will do? So in that protocol we'll be having one switch as server and other switch as client, right? Whatever the things that you want, you can do on the server switch. If you want to add VLAN, or if you want to delete VLAN, or if you want to modify VLAN, you can do it on the server switch. And then once the configuration is completed, that configuration will push to the client switches. In the same way, this also will work. Okay, whatever you want to do, you can do here on the Panorama device, and then you can push to the whatever the devices that needs the configuration. Okay, if policy needs here in this firewall, you can configure policy here, you can push on this firewall. Okay, if you are configuring anything related to networking, okay, if you want to configure IP address on this, interface on this firewall, you can configure here on the Panorama, you can push, so that the configuration will reflect here. Okay, that is a centralized management device called Panorama. Okay, we are using here as a Panorama. Maybe in the FortiGate there will be an 40 manager, so the 40 manager will also work in the same way as Panorama. Okay, so in the next one is an enterprise grade performance. Okay, so before going to an enterprise grade performance, so you have to know the hardware models, what are the capabilities of hardware models, and why we have these many hardware models. Okay, so let's come to this fourth and fifth point later. So just I will be going with the hardware models first. Okay, so here we will be having multiple hardware models in the Palo Alto, where okay, so PA, okay, we will be having PA 220 firewall. Okay, this is a PA 220 firewall, and PA 400 series firewalls. These are the four 400 series firewalls. You will be having 410, okay, 420, 440, and 450. So we will be having this as a PA 4, okay, 400 series firewalls. Next we will be having okay, 3200 series and 5200 series firewalls. Next we will be having 7000 series firewalls. Okay, and later we have, okay, the newly introduced Palo Alto firewall is PA 1400 series firewalls. Okay, so if all the firewalls, okay, working, okay, if the working of all Palo Alto firewalls are same, so why we have these many models? Okay, why we are having these many models means, so if you have a company, okay, if you have a company with 50 users, okay, so there may be an less traffic, right? So if there is a less traffic, uh, instead of buying an high-end firewalls, okay, so this, okay, we need to go with only the firewall which is suitable for our network. Okay, so see here this PA 220 and PA 400 series firewalls, okay, are low end firewalls where it will be having an less RAM and okay, less storage space, and also it will be going to support only, okay, less, okay, less number of traffic. Okay, if you have 50 to 100 member of users in your branch office, you can go with PA 220 firewall. Okay, so other firewalls also will work in your branch office, but if you go with, okay, if you go with high end firewalls, your company cost may go high. Okay, your company cost will have burden on the company cost. So if you are maintaining an 50 users, maybe your company budget is very low. Okay, so if the company budget is low, you have to choose based upon your budget. So this PA 220 and PA 400 are suitable for your network, and this will be suitable for your, okay, traffic flow. So if you are having a 50 users, there will be a less traffic that is less traffic that is flowing your in your network. So these two firewalls will be suitable. Okay, so like these PA 220 and 400 series firewalls are suitable for small branch offices. Okay, small branch offices where it will be having 50 to 100 users. Okay, so now from a small branch office you have grown. Okay, so you have now your company has grown. Now your company has raised to 50 to 500 to 1000 users. Okay, so if it is 500 to 1000 users, your traffic also will grow. Okay, and also the you need high processing to maintain to handle all these users, and also whatever the configuration that you are configuring for all these 500 to 1000 users, the company the configuration will also increase. For that we need extra storage space as well. Okay, for that you will be having PA 3200 series. Okay, for okay, medium range enterprises. Okay, for medium range enterprises, PA 32, okay, 3200 firewalls are suitable, which will be going to handle, okay, high number of traffic flows and high number of, okay, high number of traffics. And these firewalls will also have, okay, when compared with PA 220 400, these firewalls will be having, okay, higher RAM and the storage space as well. Okay, and now from medium range, so your company has grown to the large range. Okay, means you are maintaining an enterprise now. Okay, so you are handling multiple customer projects. Okay, so in that situation you have to buy 5200. Now your company has grown. Now your company maintaining the clients, and there will be an 1000 to 5000 users are there, so that you have to maintain that. So you, in that situation, you are, okay, the traffic going through your network will increase. So for that we need to go with PA 5200, where it is going to support, okay, large scale enterprises. Okay, like we will be having MNCs, right? In the MNCs, if you take Infosys or if you take Tech Mahindra, they are maintaining multiple projects inside Tech Mahindra. They will be maintaining multiple projects to handle all those project related traffic. So we need to have okay, a much suitable firewall which can handle the high number of traffic flows. Okay, so for that we need to go with 5200 firewalls. Okay, And then we will be having 7000 series firewalls, where we can see these firewalls in the ISPs or data centers. Okay, so these ISPs and data centers will be handling the multiple customers. Okay, where it can have multiple customers and multiple traffic. So better go with PA 7000 series firewalls, where these firewalls will be like an okay rack size. Okay, 16 unit rack or 14 unit rack size will be there. So once this firewall install, you cannot replace the firewall. Okay, you cannot replace the firewall, but you will be having a modules here. Okay, these are the modules that you can replace these modules, but entire firewall you cannot replace. If you have any facing any issues on this firewall, you have to replace the modules, but you cannot replace all firewall at a time. But these firewalls are not like that, right? So it will be same like a router. If you face any issues, if you face any issues on this firewall, you can replace with the new firewall. So you can raise an RMA ticket, so that they will be providing a new firewall to you in replacing this firewall. But whenever you see this 7000 series firewall, this will be having an rack size mountain that cannot be okay taken whole firewall at a time. But you will be having a modules. You can know which module is going to corrupt, and that module you can replace. Okay, there will be having an these hooks will be there. Okay, these are the hooks which we can plug in and plug out. Okay, so you can open these hooks and then remove that module out, and then you can replace with a new one. Okay, so these are the 7000 series firewall which we can use in the ISP and data centers. Okay, next we will be having this 1400 series firewall, which will be okay used in medium to large scale. Okay, but you can get in doubt. So we are already having 3200 and 5200, right? Why we are using this 1400 series? So these are the newly introduced firewalls, but there is a new feature as introduced in this firewall, which is an PoE feature is introduced. Okay, all these firewalls will not having that capability. Okay, all these firewalls will not having the capability of PoE, but the newly introduced firewall will be having a feature of PoE, where it can provide. Okay, it will be having only few ports will be supported by the PoE. So whenever you want okay data along with the power, you can connect okay, you can enable this port for PoE, and then you can connect any power device, so that it will give power as well as data at the same time. Okay, so this is a the new feature that they have added here in this 1400 series firewalls. Okay, so if you don't have any PoE switch or PoE device in your network, you can make use of this firewall as a PoE device. Okay, that's why they have introduced in this 1400 series firewall. Okay, now I will be back on enterprise grade performance. Okay, so whatever the model that we have device that we have discussed, so based upon your enterprise size and enterprise performance, you have to select your firewalls. Okay, so if it is a small, you can go with PA220 firewall. If it is a medium, we can go with 3200. If it is large scale, if you can go with 5200. If you are using, if you are maintaining an ISP at data center, you can go with 7000 series firewall. Okay, that's the enterprise grade performance. Okay, the Palo Alto firewalls can support the enterprise grade performance. Okay, and next will be the Palo Alto firewalls also supporting VPN support. Okay, so here in this VPN we will be having IPsec as site to site VPN. Okay, and we will be having global protect as remote access VPNs. Okay, you can also okay support GRE VPN or GRE tunnels, or you can also support SSL VPNs as well. Okay, all these VPN support will be there in the Palo Alto firewall as like other firewalls as well. Okay, so these are about the firewall. Okay, firewall performances, and this is how we are going with Palo Alto firewall. Okay, and next we will be having okay, so what we are okay, what we are covering duration in this course duration. Okay, so this course has designed okay to tackle your real time environmental issues, and to provide a quick solution to your okay real time problems. Okay, this course will be a span of 25 days. Okay, and in these 25 days we are going to cover all these things. Okay, first 7 days or 8 days we will be having in firewall fundamentals. All these firewall fundamentals include okay hardware types, whatever we have discussed now. Okay, interface types. So in each and every firewall we will be having an interfaces. Each interface also will support multiple types of interfaces. Okay, like you can use one interface. Okay, you can use this interface as multiple types, like you can use this particular interface as L2 or L3. Okay, you can use this interface as in the aggregate interface. Okay, in this particular interface you can also create sub interfaces, and this particular interface we can also use in the VLAN. Okay, so this one particular interface we can use in the multiple tabs. Also, this particular interface you can configure as a tap interface or vwire interface. Okay, this will be this tap interface and vwire we can briefly discuss in the course duration. Okay, so that will be discussed under this interface types. Okay, and also we can create, okay, how can we create a zones. Okay, so in the switching we are configuring the VLANs, right? So why we create VLANs in the switching? Anyone can answer?
To reduce the broadcast.
To reduce the broadcast, or okay, that's okay, but any other answers?
Divide one network into multiple networks.
Divide one network into multiple networks. That's okay, that's great.
Security purpose.
Sorry.
For dividing the network.
Mm. So in the same way, okay, why we are using VLANs in the switching? So means we are dividing one broadcast domain to multiple broadcast domain, or one network into different subnets. Okay, so and also to provide to provide security between devices as well. Okay, so in the same way, in Palo Alto firewall also we are creating a zones to separate one, okay, to separate the networks. Okay, so if you are using a firewall, okay, this firewall will be at edge of your network. One side you will be having an internal network, other side you will be having an public, right? So if you are not creating a zones, okay, all will be combinedly calling as an one network. The public will able to enter into your private network. Okay, that is not, okay, that is not supposed to do in the firewall environment. Okay, for that reason we are going to create a zones to divide, okay, networks. Okay, so the public will be different zone, and the private will be in the different zone. Okay, to provide security, and also to block entering one user from one zone to other, you okay, to reach one user in one zone to other user in other zone, we are creating a zones. Okay, in the same way as we create VLANs, we are also creating a zones inside the firewalls. Okay, and what is the interface management profile that we are going to discuss? Okay, the life of a packet. Okay, this is a main important thing in firewall concept. Okay, firewall concept in sense in terms of Palo Alto firewall. Okay, so what we are going to discuss in the life of packet means there are 6 stages that are involved in the life of packet. Once packet enters the firewall, how firewall is going to inspect the packet, how firewall is going to classify the packet, and how the packet is validated inside the firewall using the 6 stages, and how the firewall is going to validate and send the packet out. Okay, if any of these 6 stages are not qualified, okay, if the packet is not qualified in any of the six stages, the firewall will drop the packet. Okay, that's how the flow of packet inside the firewall that we can briefly discuss in the fundamental class. Okay, and next we will be having a session types. Okay, and the upgradation process of the firewall, how to take the configuration backup, and we'll be having an basic lab setup. So here we are going to do a lab in EVNG tool. Okay, we are using EVNG tool. Okay, so to work on the EVNG, okay, to work on this tool, so you need to have minimum configuration on your laptop, like, okay, you need to have 16 GB of RAM. Okay, plus 512 GB of your storage. Okay, internal storage or SSD you are using. So you need to have minimum capability of this in your laptop to work on this EVNG lab, because we are deploying a firewall, Palo Alto firewall in the EVNG. Along with that, we are deploying a Windows, okay, lab Windows machine. So if you want to work with Palo Alto firewall, it needs at least 6.5 GB of RAM. Okay, if it is having 6.5 GB of RAM, the Palo Alto firewall will work smoothly. Otherwise, you may get, okay, the firewall will get in stuck. Okay, and in the same way, if you don't have 16 GB of RAM, or if you are maintaining only 8 GB of your RAM in your laptop, this 6 GB, okay, the firewall will, okay, alone consume 6.5 GB of RAM. So in this 8 GB, if it is going with 6.5 GB, you are left with 1.5 GB, right? Already your background apps will be consuming the, maybe it will be going to consume that 1.5 GB. So there is no space in your laptop so to process any other thing. So they may get, your lab may get stuck, or sometimes your laptop is also get stuck. Okay, so to work on the CVNG lab in your laptop, so we are going to, okay, we are going to provide all the required images if you have this configuration, 16 GB of RAM and 512 GB of memory. Okay, your internal storage. Okay, so that's the lab setup, and we are going to do an basic lab implementation. Okay, whatever we have discussed here in the fundamentals, we are going to do that in the lab implementation. Okay, that's okay. And also there will be a product training. Okay, there will be a product training on this. So in our store, in sense, in our labs, we will be having in our every branch office, like Kurnool, Hyderabad, Vizag and Bangalore, we will be having PA220 firewalls readily available. We have, in every branch we have 2 firewalls, PA220 firewalls available. So if you are in nearby locations, okay, wherever you are in Hyderabad or Bangalore or Vizag or Kurnool, you can visit our office, and if you want to work on real devices, you can make use of this PA220 firewalls. Okay, so we can also, I will also going to provide product training on this, okay, firewall, what exactly contains on this firewall and hardware level. Okay, and what are the things that you can see on the firewall. Okay, whenever you are seeing firewall, what exactly you can see and what are the functionality of those. Okay, we'll discuss detailed in the product training. Apart from that, we can also discuss one or two other firewalls as well. Okay, and after that we'll be having a troubleshooting session. So if some issues arises on your Palo Alto firewall, or if something is not accessible in your internal network, how can we troubleshoot, what are the steps that we need to uh, perform in the Palo Alto firewall. Okay, to in order to troubleshoot and in order to identify the cause of the issue. Okay, that's the basic thing. Okay, this which will be going to demonstrate in 7 to 8 days of time. Okay, and next we will be having an SSL decryption. Okay, this SSL decryption mostly used for web traffic, means, so whenever you open the web browser, okay, you will be going to, okay, you will be going to type www.facebook.com, like something. Okay, so let me show you that. So you can see my screen, right? So the browser, you can see my browser, right? Yes or no?
Yeah, it is visible.
Yeah, see here, whenever you are typing www dot anything, okay, uh, facebook.com, let's take facebook.com. So whenever I type facebook.com, I got a login page. But whenever you see this underlying protocol, it is taking as an HTTPS. So whenever you see the HTTPS, what is the port number that HTTPS will be using?
443.
443, right? So whenever you see the HTTPS, okay, the S stands for secure. Okay, hypertext transfer protocol with secure. Okay, this secure represents the SSL. Okay, secure socket layer. So whenever you are using this HTTPS, okay, it is going to use an SSL. The SSL is mostly going to use an this HTTPS protocol as underlying protocol. So whenever you are going with HTTPS traffic, all your traffic, once the traffic leaves your computer, or once the traffic leaves your laptop, it is going via, okay, in the form of encryption. Okay, means whatever the Facebook traffic that you are accessing, or whatever the thing that you are trying to access here, once the traffic leaves your laptop, that will be going in the form of encryption, so nothing will be seen outside. Okay, but in order to identify, we need to identify the, okay, we need to identify the traffic. Okay, the firewall has to be identify the traffic, and if the firewall has to be identified or inspect that Facebook traffic, the firewall has to be decrypt. Okay, so for that we are going with an SSL decryption. Okay, so in that SSL decryption we are going to discuss about okay, important things about the certificates. Okay, so and also the keys, encryption keys like symmetric encryption, asymmetric encryption, public key, private key, and what is encryption, what is decryption. All this we are going to discuss in the SSL decryption class. And also we'll be having in the Palo Alto, in the SSL decryption we'll be having two methods like forward proxy and inbound inspection. Okay, why we can use forward proxy, and how, why we can, when we use inbound inspection and when we use forward proxy, that we can discuss detailed in the SSL decryption class. For that we will be having, okay, also we will be having a lab setup. Okay, and also some basic troubleshooting as well on that. If you face some issues on the certificate level, how can you troubleshoot? And if you face something, okay, whenever you type some websites on your browser, sometimes you may get this site can't be reached. Okay, so if the firewalls involve, what causing the issue, if the site is not able to reach, what can be a issue, so that we can discuss in this SSL decryption class. Okay, and also there is, okay, after SSL decryption we will be having a URL category and filtering. Okay, so what this URL category filtering will define here in the Palo Alto firewall means what type of URLs you need to access and what type of URLs you need to, okay, block from your network. Okay, so how it will be means, so let me erase this. So let's take a scenario. You have a company. Okay, you have a company, and in your company there are multiple users, like you will be having an 50 users. Okay, so you will be having an 50 users in your company. Okay, 50 users in your company. So from these 50 users, okay, we will be having 30 are employees. Okay, and next 10 are HR department, and 10 belongs to management. Okay, 10 belongs to management. Okay, so these 30 employees will be there, right? We need to provide access only to the, okay, company related URLs or company related applications, right? So apart from that, these 30 employees will not supposed to access any of the URLs or any of the applications like social media application like Facebook or Instagram, or the shopping applications like Amazon or Flipkart. Okay, anything. Okay, so he just want to access only the URLs that are required for their work. Rest of the things we want to block. Okay, so that we can going to perform using this URL category and filtering. How can we perform this, and what, okay, what needs to be configured to block or to allow some URLs for particular users, and what are the URLs that are needs to be provide access to the HRs. Okay, that we can discuss briefly in the URL category and filtering. Okay, that also will be having a basic lab setup and a basic lab, and we'll be having some troubleshooting part as well. Okay, if something is blocked, so is that really blocked inside the firewall, or is that causing because of any of the other circumstances. Okay, that we can going to discuss briefly in the URL category and filtering class. Okay, next we will be having an IPsec VPN. Okay, which will be calling as an site to site VPN. Okay, and in that we'll be going to discuss about some fundamentals. Okay, and phase 1, phase 2, how can we build a phase 1 tunnel and phase 2 tunnel, what is route based VPN, pulse based VPN. Okay, and apart from that we'll be having much detailed information when we are going through the, okay, in this IPsec topic, and we'll be having a lab. Okay, and we'll be having a troubleshooting part. Okay, if something happen on the phase 1 tunnel, if something happen on the phase 2 tunnel, how can we troubleshoot, what, how can we approach to, okay, to resolve the issue, that we can discuss here. Okay, and next one we will be having a global protect. Okay, this global protect will be used as a remote access VPNs. If someone is sitting the remote location and they want to access their corporate network, okay, means their office resources securely from the remote location, this mostly useful for the people who are working from home. Okay, so the people who are working from home, if they want to access their office related information or internal resources securely, we need to connect to the VPNs. Okay, here in the Palo Alto we are using a global product as an the remote access VPNs. In that we'll be having components like agent, portal, and gateway. Okay, all these things will be briefly discuss, and how can we connect, and what are the things that we need to configure to connect global protect VPN in order to securely access the internal resources. Okay, that's we are going to discuss, and we'll be going to do a perform a lab on that. How can we install the global protect application in our laptops, and how can we going to connect that we can do in the okay uh, lab configuration, and we have some troubleshooting part as well. Okay, and next we'll be having an concept called high availability, which will be used for redundancy. Okay, so this is also same concept like VRRP. Okay, in your routing and switching, you are using a concept of VRRP, right? One router will be in active, other will be in the standby. All your traffic will be going via the active router. If the active router goes down, the standby will take the active router and pass the traffic, right? In the same way, in the firewall also we need redundancy. If you have only one firewall in your network, if that firewall goes down, then maybe okay that becomes okay, that makes your network vulnerable. Means there may be a chance of okay the public users coming into your network freely. So to avoid that, we want to use the two firewalls in a network, and every company, every enterprise, every branch office will use two firewalls in their environment. Okay, to have a redundancy, and to avoid the single point of failure, we need redundancy. For that, in the Palo Alto firewall, we will be having a concept of okay high availability. So in this high availability, we will be having two setups. One is an active passive, and one is an active active. So we are going to discuss briefly what will be there in the active passive, and what will be there in the active active, and we are going to do a lab on that, and we are going to do some troubleshooting part. Okay, so on the failure scenarios, if something is happening in your firewall, this firewall goes down, and other firewall will take care of the active role, right? So why this firewall went down, why the failure happened, that we can briefly discuss in the okay troubleshooting part. And next one, we'll be having a panorama. Already we have discussed, this is a centralized management device, right? So why we are using panorama, and how can this panorama manage the devices, and what is device groups, what is templates. Okay, and also we are going to discuss about logging and reporting, and we will be having in lab configuration and troubleshooting part as well. Okay, apart from that, we'll be okay, we have included this concept, commit concept, in the panorama, but we'll be having a separate session for the commit. So this commit is something like saving the configuration in the firewall. Okay, so I think in every device, if you are configuring something in every networking device, when I'm talking about device, every networking device, we are going to configure the things. Okay, if you are configuring one protocol, based upon the protocol, you will be configuring the commands, right? So if the commands, okay, if you configure the commands and you forgot to save the configuration, whenever the device reboots, you will be lost, right? The configuration will be lost. So to avoid that, we are going to save the configuration, right? So to save the configuration in the routers, you are going to do an write memory, or okay, write memory, or in your, if you are using FortiGate, you will also having an option called commit, and in the Juniper also you will be having an option called commit. In the same way, the Palo Alto firewall has an option, okay, to save the configuration using then using an command called commit. So we are going this commit. Okay, whenever you click on commit, what is happening in the backend of the firewall? So what firewall will do in the backend whenever you click on the commit, and how this configuration will process, and how the configuration will be saved in the running config, that we are going to discuss in the commit class. Okay, so this okay, these are the things that we are going to that we are going to learn, and that we are going to discuss in the span of okay course duration. Okay, and this is the some okay levels, and some job roles available in the network security, and these are just some average pay scale. This is not exactly, we have taken only the averages, but this depends on the okay, that depends on your company. Okay, and this is also depends on the role demand on that particular company. Okay, but these are some average pay scales that we have listed here. Okay, and this completes our session. Okay, so if you have any questions, okay, this session is for you now. You can go ahead, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Any questions?
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So after learning this Palo Alto PNCSE,
Hmm.
which job roles we can apply
It
in
is
networking?
basically like a network security engineer. Okay, so you can apply network security engineer either okay, L1 or L2. But whenever you, okay, after completion of this course, you will get an experience like, okay, 3 to 4 years of experience. Okay, in that level we are going to learn, and once the course completes, you will get an experience in that level. Okay, so basically this is a network security engineer role. Okay, you will get that role in the, okay, you will be positioned in that role.
Okay, so along with this course, do I need to learn anything else for to become a network security engineer?
Yeah, as here Abhishek J is asking what are the prerequisites to join this course, right? So if you have, okay, Sana Aslam, this answer is for you as well, okay? So if you
Mm-hmm.
want to have network security engineer, you need to have basics of networking, like, okay, the basics of routing and basics of the, okay, on the networking, like how ping works, how hop works, how DNS works, how DHCP works, okay, and how the static route works. Okay, if you have this knowledge, you can get on this network security, because these are the basic networking commands you can use anywhere in the world, okay, on any of the networking device. So if you have this knowledge, so you will be having, okay, you can get on this the network security role as well.
Okay, so my question is like with Palo Alto, do I need to learn Fortinet and FortiGate other firewalls as well?
If the requirement is there, you have to learn. But here, the Palo Alto is sufficient. The Palo Alto is one vendor, and FortiGate is another vendor. You will be having only one vendor firewall in the network. Okay, you you may be having other vendor as well, but mostly you can see, if they are using Palo Alto, they will be having Palo Alto. On the other side, they, if they are using Fortinet, they, that's their choice. But if you want, if you can learn Palo Alto, that's enough. But if you want to learn, if you have an knowledge on FortiGate, that is also good. But okay, the Palo Alto and FortiGate will have the concepts will be same. Okay, if you learn Palo Alto, you can mostly understand the FortiGate as well. But the command line or the GUI interface that we are using will be a bit different. Okay, the command line and J will be different, but concept will be same. Okay, it's just same like how Cisco and Juniper. If you learn Cisco, you can understand the Juniper as well, right? But the command line will be different when compared with Cisco and Juniper, right? So in the same way, you can be the concept will be same, but command line and GUI interface will be different when compared with Palo Alto and FortiGate.
Yeah, thank you so much. Got it.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Abhishek J, I think you got the answer right. So if you have basic networking knowledge and if you have basic routing knowledge, that is enough to learn any security device. Okay. The batch is just for Palo Alto or full core networking. Okay. Okay. If you are opted for core internship, you can also add it. Okay, you will be going to add the Palo Alto as well. But if anyone has not opted for full core internship program, and if they are interested the Palo Alto, you can join. Okay, but in the Tungabhadra network, if you are opted for a full core internship, you will be automatically eligible for Palo Alto once your CCNA is completed. Okay,
So you'll be preparing us for the certification, am I right?
sorry,
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Yeah. So after this course, we'll be ready for the certification
You
examination.
are ready for certification in sense there will be other concept as well that we are not focusing here. This course is designed to tackle real world situations and real time scenarios. Okay, but if you want to attempt the certification along with this, you will be having some other concepts okay, cloud, they will be having cloud related topics as well in the Palo Alto. So you have to learn those cloud related topics as well to if you want to attempt the certification. But Here we are covering mostly, okay, 70 to 80% of certification program as well with these codes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Abhishek, you have 1.5 years of experience in network support and wanna do CCNA, CCNP, then firewall. But my aim is want to become a tech engineer. Yes, you can. Okay, if you have knowledge on CCNA, CCNP, and if you have any of the firewall knowledge, yeah, you can eligible for tech engineer and you can get any of the tech role as well. And you have 1.5, yeah, that's not a problem. Okay, if you have relevant experience, that's enough to become a tech engineer.
I have a question related to firewall.
Yeah, okay.
Like while we considering router as a layer 3 or switch as layer 2, like
Hmm.
firewall is which layer device?
Firewall will work on all layers. Okay, if you take layer 3, it will be going to provide, okay, layer 3 support. If you take layer 4, it will provide layer 4. If you consider layer 7, it will be also going to support on layer 7 also, because so the you can use this dual firewall in any layer. That's what I have discussed in the interface type. So there is an interface type L2. So if you want to use this firewall as an L2, so you can type, okay, you can configure the interface as L2, that will become L2. If you want to use L4, you can use L4. If you want to use L3, you can configure L3, you can use. So this firewall will not separately, okay, will not solely depends on one layer. It will support all layers. Yeah,
It's the one.
yeah, someone is
One
asking.
more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I have joined the call very late.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem.
But my question is, like, is it online completely or in-person
Yeah,
class?
this is an completely online course. Okay, so we will be, okay, I will also going to provide the details. So the next batch is going to start from March 10th from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. IST timings. Okay, so this is completely online course. Okay, so you can join, okay, you can join the sessions online, and you can also do a labs in your own laptop. If you have a laptop, that whatever I mentioned the configuration, if you have that, you can do a lab in that. If you don't have that requirement, if you possible, you can extend your RAM to 16 GB. If that is also not possible, we will be providing in cloud lab access. Okay, so we have a dedicated server with the Palo Alto images as well as, okay, all other images that we are providing the here. But when I'm talking about Palo Alto, so yes, we'll be having a cloud lab access. Okay, if you don't have the feasibility to to do a lab on your okay laptops, you can take cloud lab subscription. Okay, which will be okay charged extra. Okay, no, it will be not included in your firewall course. The cloud lab will be charged extra. So you can take the cloud lab subscription, so it will be having a lifetime subscription for you. So you can make use of that cloud lab, and you can practice your labs, and whatever we are discussing throughout the course, you can practice that lab whenever you want. But okay, before going to do a lab, so if you register before 1 hour, we will provide a lab access to you, so that you can practice that lab. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Abhishek J, I don't have in-depth knowledge in networking. Yeah, in-depth knowledge. So see here, if you want to focus on networking better, you can go with CCNA, CCNP for in-depth knowledge. But if you want to focus on security, especially on the parallel firewalls, okay, you will, if you have a basic networking knowledge also, that's fine. Okay, because in-depth networking knowledge is not required for the firewalls. If you have a basic knowledge, then that is well and good for firewall engineer. But if you want to focus on networking, so you need to have in-depth knowledge. So you can better, you can choose CCNA and CCNP for that. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, any other questions? Yes, go ahead.
If I want to practice in physical devices in offline
Yeah,
In any time it is available.
anytime it is available, but office timings are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So you can go anytime between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So you can able to practice on the real devices offline.
Okay, you are providing the online classes on in your home or any branch and
No, no, no. Actually, I will be based in Chennai right now. So I will be demonstrating the sessions from my home Chennai location. So if you want, okay, offline in sense, if you want to practice labs on offline devices, every branch office has an offline device, okay, PA 220 firewall available, readily available. You can go ahead and practice. If you need any support, you can just reach out to me on WhatsApp. I will be available, and I will help you to resolve your issues, whatever it may be.
okay, any other persons are available in
Yes, we will be having an technical support team available in each branch office. They can also support you.
okay.
Mostly, I will be available. So if I am not, we will be having technical support team. They will be help to, okay, resolve your issues and help you to access the devices as well.
Okay. And one more thing,
Mm,
I have a 2.8 years of experience in networking data centers
okay.
and routing and switching I have.
Yeah, okay.
But in firewalls also in there, but I don't have experience, and
Okay.
that's the reason I'm starting to learn the firewalls.
Yeah, you will
It,
by these codes you will get, okay, you will get an experience how you can tackle the firewalls and how can you configure, how can you tackle the situations that we are briefly discussing in this course. Okay, you will get, like, okay, how you are working, you will get in the same experience here, so don't worry about that.
okay, that's the reason.
Yeah,
That's good.
okay, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah,
And one more thing,
yeah.
they will provide the recording sessions or what?
Yeah, I will be providing. I am the one who is recording the session. I will be providing for every class. Once the class completes, okay, I am going to, okay, provide the recording link. So you will
Only
be having
it
an
will be,
access for any
it
time.
will be, it will be accessible for only one device or what?
No, you can access, if you have a link, you can access in any device. We
Okay,
don't have that
actually,
type of restriction as of now.
I'm
So you can
currently
use on
working.
any device.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, currently I'm working. I
yeah.
need laptop and mobile also. That's the reason.
Yes, yes, you can. You
It
can.
is,
If you
it
have
is,
a
it
link,
is,
you have
it
a,
is
if you have a link, you can access in any device.
any device, right? And
Yes.
one more, it is downloadable or only online.
Oh, actually, it is in the YouTube. I think you can download in the YouTube offline, so you can access
It
from the
is
YouTube. Yeah.
only YouTube offline. It's
Yes.
available, right?
Yes. Yes. That's correct.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi,
Yes, we
sir.
have. Yeah, we have a branch in Bangalore as well. So if you type in the, okay, Google TungaBadraNetworks Bangalore branch office, so you will get an location, and you can also, okay, get an map. So you can reach out to using that maps. You can reach out to our branch office. Yes.
Huh. How much fees are going to charge for these courses, sir?
Yeah, these codes, okay, this single course will be having an charge of 12K plus GST. So they say Palo Alto will be charging of 12K plus GST will be there. And also we'll be having a registration fee, so that that registration fee is not refundable. So first you need to register for the course. Any course that you are registering on the Tungabad network, there will be a registration fee. So after that, you are entitled to registration for the course. The course will be like 12K plus GST will be there.
So what is the course duration?
This course duration will be like, okay, 25 days.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do
How
you
many?
provide any certifications, sir?
Certification sense, we'll be providing a course completion certificate. But apart from that, we are not providing any certification. Okay, global certification. I will provide a course completion certificate that you can access anywhere. That will be also you can verify from your browser as well. Anywhere
Okay, sir.
from the browser. Yeah.
Okay. And one more thing, if course completed in 25 days,
Mm.
um, after 1 month or 2 months, I want to
Mm.
go to in Hyderabad branch. I need
Yes.
to
Yes, you
practice
can.
any physical device. It will available. It is
It is
accessible, right?
available. So once you enroll for the course, a virtual ID card will be provided to you. Okay, to
Okay.
that is you are the member of TungaBadraNetworks. So the virtual ID card will be provided. So you can
Okay.
make use of that virtual ID card anywhere, anytime. Okay, on okay any of the available branch offices as well. Okay, you can go with that virtual having a virtual ID card.
Only once I visit the branch, I
Yeah,
can touch the routers and switches or
anything you can.
okay. Okay. It's very good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, no problem.
Hi, sir.
Yes, Barbara.
I have 6 years experience in other domains. Sir, can I switch now and can I get a job in this role?
Yes, you can. So
So I'm just
in which domain you are working?
I'm currently working in GS.
Okay. Do you have any prior experience, like prior knowledge on networking?
No, sir, I don't have any knowledge on this. I'm just
Okay.
learning.
I will tell you one thing. Okay. As you have 6 years of experience in other domain, so better you can start with CCNA. So what we can do means we can convert the 6 years experience. Okay, as you work in the networking as well. Okay, that we can do. So if you go start with CCNA, okay, and you can go with uh, Palo Alto. So you will going to convert that experience as you working in the networking. Okay,
And
but
one
you
more thing,
but you
sir.
need to start with CCNA because you don't have any prior knowledge on networking, so you have to go with CCNA first.
Uh, Definitely, sir. And one more thing, sir. I have only diploma. I don't have any BTech
No
graduation like this.
problem, no problem. Diploma will also work. Any if you have a degree certificate, any degree that will work here.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah,
so
Abhishek, can you help with the resume? Yes, we can. We will be helping with the resume, and also we'll be also having. Okay, we'll also help with the placement support as well. Okay, once the course completes, so if you have good with your concepts, we'll be going to take demo session. Okay, mock interviews. So based upon that, we'll be going to if you have any, we'll be having a number of clients available outside. So they if they have requirement, so they will contact us. We'll provide uh, resume for to them, so they will contact you directly. Okay, and Imran, so I have 2 years of experience on non-IT Wipro. After that I moved to IT desktop engineer company team. It's a bank project, 6 months experience. Have learned something now. Recently I got job in pharma company as desktop network admin. We have servers and FortiGate firewall, some switches, but I don't have access now, but they will give in future. It's good to learn Palo Alto now or CCNP. Yeah, if they are providing okay FortiGate firewalls, okay, you can learn the firewalls. Okay, you can understand the concepts, right? So you can learn any of the firewalls. So yeah, it's good go with Palo Alto so that you can understand the concept, and once they provide access to the firewalls, you can verify that okay what you have learned. You can also verify the same things there, but the GUI and the CLI will be bit different. Apart from that, everything will be common. Okay.
And one more thing, sir.
Yeah,
Everyone is talking about AI, sir. AI is replace anything. Is there
AI
an
will yeah AI will replace anything, not the networking jobs. Okay, AI will replace only the AI.
data.
Okay, data centers, and they will be also like AI will do some basic level of thing in the networking, but if they want to dig deeper, the AI cannot help. Only the manual support will be needed. So AI we cannot replace networking in any time in the future as well.
So there are a lot of opportunities in networking, right?
Yes, there are a lot of opportunities outside. We have opportunities, but we have sort of candidates. Okay, that's the situation right now. So that's why we are insisting the students to learn the okay to learn the concept in the packet level, so that they will get a job easily.
Yeah. May I know your good name?
Yeah, my name is Karthik. Yeah.
Okay, Karthik. Thank
so?
you.
What is the fees for the CCNA course?
CCNA, okay, there are different fee for different courses. Okay, so if you go with our website, okay, we'll be having a website. So which will be have you gone through the website?
Yeah, yeah, sir.
So in the website you will be having a fee structure. Okay, you can go the fee structure. You can see the fees as well. I think you can see my screen, right? So here
Yes.
in the fee structure you can see the for every fee structure they will be having different fees. Okay, for
Okay.
every course you will be having different fee structures, and what are the courses that we are going to include in the course. Okay, how many days it is going to complete, everything will be there. So you can refer this fee structure, and you can get clarity. So if you still having any questions, so you can reach out to our support team. We'll be having a supporting here as well. So see here, we'll be having support team. Okay, for enrollment or any details about the course, okay, you can reach out to these three guys, so they will help you. And for any technical queries, okay, once you join the course, if you have any technical queries, you can reach out these technical leads. Okay, so you can they will be going to, okay, help you in that. So after the course we will be also having in placement support. These are the two guys who are going to help you in the, okay, placement related things. Okay, so in our website everything is readily available. You can make use of that, and you can contact accordingly. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, no problem. And what is the course timings, Mallikarjuna Julie? What is the course timings and how many hours the class would be per day? Okay, the course timings are from, okay, the course is starting from March 10th. So the timings are from morning 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. IST hours, and every day there will be 1.5 hour. Okay, only 1 hour to 1.5 hour per day. So we will be going to have, okay, for 25 days we will be having that. Okay, and Shyam Kumar, through this networking, can I join cyber security? Yes, if you have the cyber security needs networking as well as security. So if you have the knowledge on networking and security, so you can able to understand or you can able to join cyber security as well. Does stack engineer manage only firewalls or entire networks like info block servers, DNS servers, and VPN? So here, if you are TAC engineer, you are be supposed to handle only one product. If you are Palo Alto TAC engineer, you are responsible for Palo Alto TAC engineer only. If you are inflow block stack engineer, you will be handle only inflow block servers, DNS servers. Okay. So if you are Cisco TAC engineer, you are responsible for Cisco routers or whatever the product that you are handling. Okay, if you are a tech engineer, you can handle only one product, or you can support only one product, even though you know the knowledge on the multiple devices. If you are a Palo Alto tech engineer, you are the responsible for Palo Alto firewall alone. So you know the knowledge. If you are insisting others also, like, that is a great, but your responsibility will be in Palo Alto tech, so you will mostly focus on Palo Alto firewall. Okay, I think Pawan Vupu, I think you got the answer, I think, right? So any other questions, guys? So from the chat box, I have seen one more question. How many years of experience is required to become a tech engineer? Yeah, if you have 2 years of experience, 1.5 to 2 years, yeah, you can become tech engineer. There are some companies also there who are hiring for the freshers as well, but nowadays mostly they are hiring only the experienced people. If you have 1.5 or 2 years or 3 years, you are eligible to become a tech engineer. If you are a fresher, it is enough to learn one course. But if you are experienced, and the in outside situation, how it will be like, you need to have multiple vendor knowledge. Okay, not only one product, they are using multiple vendors inside. So if you have knowledge on multiple vendors, you will be get the job easily. That's why we have, we have designed the codes. There will be, okay, core internship programs, network internship programs. We have designed the course in such a way so that if you have a knowledge of, okay, multiple vendors, if you are a very experienced candidate, that will be great opportunity for you. Okay, Akil Kumar. Yeah, how much level you will cover these topics? Like, I will cover, okay, based on L2 only. So we are not going with L1. Okay, so if you learn this entire Palo Alto codes, you will be get a knowledge of L2 level. Okay, L3 level, that will be, okay, there are some other stuff that you need to do L3 level. So once okay, once you enter as an L2 engineer, you can learn inside, but in throughout this course you will learn, okay, till L2 level. Okay.
L2 level. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
L2 level in the sense 3 to 4 years of
Yes,
experience.
3 to 4 years of experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one more thing,
Yeah.
in Fortinet and up to NS3, some free certifications are there. In
Mm-hmm.
Palo Alto, like that, any certifications are there?
In Palo Alto, there are no free certifications.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only Fortinet,
I think only
and
Fortnite will be having, but Palo Alto don't have any free certifications.
if we complete this course on up to NS3, we will get
Mm-hmm.
the certification. It is any benefits will be we will get.
Sorry. Could you repeat that question?
Actually, once we completed this Palo Alto course, after that I want to complete that up to NS3.
Mm.
That is any benefits will be added in my resume.
You can you because if you are already working on if you are already working 40K, if you added the Palo Alto, that will be a great added advantage to your resume, and the weightage for your resume also will increase. Yes.
Okay, suppose I have a 2.8 years of experience.
Yeah.
I'm learning this PO course,
Mm.
and I have a knowledge on routing switching also.
Yeah.
My current package is 5 lakhs.
Mm.
How much I will get? Like my target is 10. It is
Yeah, if your
achievable.
target is in, we cannot comment on that. Okay, that depends on the demand on the role, and that depends on
Yeah.
the they are okay. They will be having okay. They will be having a border for that. That we cannot comment. But if you have 5 lakhs, no. So you can expect 30 to 50%. For some companies, they are giving 100% hike. Some companies giving 200% of hike based upon the demand on the role inside of their product, okay, or inside of the company. That
Yeah.
depends on purely on the their requirement and their demand inside.
Okay,
But
got
you
it.
will get at least you will get minimum 30 to 40% of hike based
Yeah,
upon your
yeah.
current salary.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, see here, Paunupu, this course is not designed to give okay, to give the overview of the features. We are going to discuss in the deep level, okay. So in the deep level instance, we are going to discuss how this, okay, feature works. If something is happen in that particular scenario, how can we tackle that? How can we troubleshoot that? Okay, that's what I discussed before. It is an industrial training where you can going to learn or going to see real-time scenarios, and for every topic we will be having a troubleshooting session so that you can understand how this situation, if the one situation arise, how can you tackle that situation. Okay, that's how this course is designed. Okay. And Akil Kumar, I have L1 experience, sir. I want to learn L2. So which codes are you suggested to me? So Akil, see here, if you are L1 engineer and you know about, okay, you know basic networking and you know the networking concept. So you can, okay, by learning this course, you will be, okay, eligible for, okay, for L2 position. And if you want to, okay, if you want continue in the networking instead of switching into the security, so better you can go with CCNP. That will give you a more in-depth knowledge on basic routing protocols as well as other routing protocols as well. Not only routing protocols, there are other features like MPLS, L2 VPN, L3 VPN, VPLS, all those things will be there. That will give you in-depth knowledge so that you will be eligible for that L2 role. Okay. Yeah.
Karthik, I'm a compliance auditor. Basically, I'm working right now.
Okay.
Um, so I'm responsible for creating all the documentations and IT audit parts of Juniper switches,
Mm-hmm.
and including the Palo Alto firewall.
Okay.
So I'm not. I'm completely dumb into the networks. Like I have some idea, but
Okay.
completely dumb into the network
Okay.
basics.
Okay.
Like I have some idea.
Okay.
And Juniper and Palo Alto. So, do you have any suggestions for
So
me?
see here, as you mentioned, you are dumb into the networking concept, right?
Mhm.
So better you can start learning the CCNA first, so that you will get some idea about the networking. How already you have an idea, but you will get more clarity how the packet will go from one device to another device, and how it will be from hop to hop, how it will be transmitted. So you can get
Okay.
you can get clarity about that, so that if you are going with any other like Palo Alto, that
Mm.
will be great for you. But as I suggest, first you can go with CCNA, then you can decide whether you want to continue with CCNP, or you can come with Palo Alto as well.
Okay, so at the moment I have like Juniper switches, which I
Okay.
need to do the complete basic level documentation, like
Mm.
chassis
But
beginning.
not
So
only the
you
switches,
said,
right? Every environment will be having routers, firewalls as well. So if you have know about the switches, that will not be enough. So you need to learn about the routing as well.
okay, so you
So
suggest me to
yeah,
start
you
with the
start
CCNA
with
basic.
CCNA, so that it will be great helpful
Mm.
for you.
Okay, start with the CCNA, then with the Juniper, then with the Palo
Palo
Alto.
Alto,
So
yes.
I can continue with the Palo Alto, the class right now, right?
No, actually, if you are going with CCNA Juniper, first complete CCNA Juniper, and
Okay,
after the CCNA will be completing in 20 or 20 odd days. So
okay,
after that, you can eligible for this Palo Alto. The Juniper also you can do in parallel with this Palo Alto. The Juniper classes will be in the weekends only here,
okay,
and Palo
okay,
Alto will be running from Monday to Friday every day every week, Monday to Friday, and in the
okay,
weekends you can go with the Juniper.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So the CCNA classes duration, please.
The CCNA classes duration will be 20 or 21 days. The same, I think this week we will be having the CCNA demo on, I think, 6th or 7th. I'm not sure about that, but there will be a demo on 6th and 7th. So they will clearly demonstrate about that, and they will provide the durations and timings. Everything will be there. Okay, if you are interested in that also, you can join the CCNA demo as well, which is going to held on March 6th or 7th. I'm not clear about the date, but it will be there on Friday or Saturday.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Manohar Manu, what about the Palo Alto Lab Access? Lab Access, in sense, you are asking about Cloud Lab Access. If it is Cloud Lab Access, yes, you need to take a, subscription of Cloud Lab Access. So we are providing based upon the subscription. So it will be okay. Once you complete the subscription, we will provide the credentials. So you can access the Cloud Lab anytime. So it will be available 24/7. You can access anytime. But before accessing, you can just raise a ticket, or you can just inform us in the group. We'll be going to add in the WhatsApp group. So inform us in the group 1 hour before, so that we can book the lab for you. So I'll provide access to you. Okay. So I hope I have cleared every doubts. If you have still any doubts, you can just let me know. Otherwise, we will be winding this session. So before winding up session, so I just reiterate the course duration and course start time. Okay, so the course duration is basically about 25 days, and course is going to start on this next Tuesday, which is on March 10th. The timings are from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. IST hours. Okay, and every day you will be having 1 to 1.5 hours. Okay, so every day from Monday to Friday. That's it. Okay, so any questions, guys, before winding up this session?
Sorry, what are the timings of Palo Alto?
Yeah, these Palo Alto timings are from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Okay.
morning IST hours.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks for joining the session, and thanks for your patience on this call and on this session. And if you still have any questions, you can just reach out to us on the WhatsApp group so that I will be available. I will respond. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining this
Thank you so
session.
much for sharing the information.
No problem. Okay. So if
Amazing.
you have
I
still
really
any doubts, you
appreciate
can reach out to me on WhatsApp. I will help you to clarify your doubts. Okay. Thanks for your time
Thank you
and
so
have a
much.
great day. Bye.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.